Today I will be tying a size 18 quill body parachute Adams. I got my black 8/0 thread here. I'm going to go ahead and start my wraps. I'm going to start about 1/8 of an inch below the eye of the hook. Snip that off. Now here for the parachute post I will be using a pink egg yarn. That's just more or less for a strike indicator. I see better, bright colors. Get that started. I'll pull that up a little bit. Right there. Take my scissors and snip that off. Now here I'll go ahead and put a wrap right there in front of it to help secure it so it won't move. And I'll start wrapping that. I want to create a tapered body. And stop right there in front of the hook eye. Now I'm going to get CDL here. I'm going to pick off about between 5 and 10 strands. Peel those off. Always end up dropping a few, but it's all good. Go ahead and secure those in there. Take a couple of wraps back. Now, I use a peacock quill body. This is natural brown color. I've stripped myself and I missed a little piece of it. There we go. Now I'm going to tie this one in. I'll go 2 more wraps to the back and start my wrap forward and secure all that down. Make sure I have a nice clean tapered body. I'll get my hackle pliers here. I'll hold that up and start wrapping. I'll take one wrap back, cover up the black thread, and to help taper out the body more even. Just line it up. I'm going to wrap side by side on each other. ahead and finish that wrap. Now I can snip that off. I'm going to do a couple of tight wraps right there in front. Start my parachute post. I got my UV glue. I'll go ahead and dab right here. Dab just a little bitty drop. Here at the bottom of the post. And it's going to help stand it up. And I like to make a couple of twists here to make sure everything's in there. Make sure the glue's in there tight. And I'll blast it with the UV light. Go around it and make sure I get all of it. I got my hackle here. I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this off and make it shorter. Strip these fibers back and snip that off. Now I can pull some hairs back. And what I do, I'll set it down evenly right on top of the body. 2 wraps in front. 2 wraps in the back, 2 wraps in the front. And I'll go ahead and whip finish that off. Alright, now I want to start my wraps. I'm going to go start at the bottom. You're going to go around and you work your way up, covering as much as the pink as you can. You're not going to get all of it, but you can certainly try. And I'll do about 5 or 6 wraps. Hold that down. I'm going to put another drop of UV glue on here. Right on top of the hackle. Now I'll start wrapping again. And I'll even go back down a few turns, cover up as much pink as I possibly can. Hold it secure, blast it with the light one last time. Here you want to leave it on for about a minute or so just to make sure it's all secure and everything. And you can eventually let go of it and go around it one last time. Now you start trimming everything. So we're going to start with our hackle here. We're going to trim that down. And secondly, I'm going to start with the tail. Now the reason I had put between 5 and 6 tails in there is because I like to trim them down to where there's just 2. There we go. Now, I'm going to cut the post. I'm going to leave a little puff there at the top. I'm going to stretch it out just like that. And you see where this UV glue stops? Got about 1/8 of an inch right there at the top. Just going to puff it out a little bit. And there's your Quill body parachute post. Parachute Adams. The reason I like fishing this fly is I like the Quill body. It gives it a natural, more natural taper than using dubbing. And it's a thinner body fly. And I saw this video where they did, they added the UV bond instead of wrapping up, which was difficult for everybody to do. So I did that, but I used the pink egg yarn here instead of Antron, just for that extra flash. I can see it better in the daylight. And I'll fish this as a dry dropper, and I'll drop usually a flashback nymph or a merger off of this one, and that's how I do it. I'll fish slow water and pocket water that's somewhat slow moving. So I like fishing that one. It's one of the good dry flies there.